Good morning, church family. How's everybody's summer? Good. I've been hearing good things. I had the joy to share some of my summer experiences with you guys, and Christina and the boys are right now. They're up visiting Grandpa in Ohio for a few days, so their summer is continuing, lots of fun. And I've had the joy to hear from several of you guys the plans and the trips and the wonderful things that you guys have going on this summer, reuniting with friends and family, making up for lost time, and it's been a joy to listen to all those wonderful stories. It seems as if we're coming out of the dark and difficult days and moving forward into days of light and joy. And during those challenging days, I had a verse that I'll remind all of you today that was sort of my lighthouse through those dark days that kept me grounded and helped me to see God's presence. And it was rejoice in hope, be patient in suffering, persevere in prayer. Romans 12:12. That really helped me through those challenging times. And when we look to our readings this morning, we have Lamentations chapter 3, verse 22 and 23 seem like the very opposite end. The good news of the light shining after these challenging times. It reads this: the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. How appropriate is that for this summer? I find it so wonderful. And yet when I think upon it and I read it, it tells me this: the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. And to me that says it's not just through these good times that we can see God's love, but it was through those difficult times. If it never ceases, if it never comes to an end, then that love and that presence of God is always there, no matter our experiences, no matter how we see these days. God's love, His mercies never come to an end. And so to help me to remember that, to help me to see that, I have a practice that I want to share with you guys. I do it from time to time, and I started doing it again. So here's what you need to do. You need to grab yourself a little packet of Post-it notes. You can use a piece of paper, you can make notes on your phone, but I really think it works best with Post-it notes, and let me explain why. What you want to do is, as you go out through your day, through your week, those little moments that happen, those little moments of joy, those little signs of God's steadfast love that creep in your day that we otherwise might not notice or be too quick to forget, and we replace them with our burdens and our troubles, make note of them on a Post-it note, one per page. So as you go out through your week, each page you can turn like a little flip book and see another example of God's love and God's mercy towards you. I'll share some with you that I've done this week. For example, it doesn't have to be big. It could be, I wrote, the kindness of a stranger who let me in front of them in the grocery store checkout line. Those little moments when they've got a whole cart and you've got like 3 items and you're like, oh, this is going to take a long time. And they just say, no, go on ahead. That happened to me twice this week. And I thought, man, that was the best. Here's another one that really made me happy. This also happened to me twice this week. Surprise visits from youth and kids in my office this week. Twice, I had 2 different kids and come and say hi to me. And that really brought a smile to my face. I mentioned that Christina and the boys are away visiting Grandpa. So a nice long phone conversation with my boys. Teenagers, you don't always get long conversations, but something about them being away for a couple days on the phone, they have so much to share, and it was a real joy to talk with them and to hear all the things that they're enjoying. This one's good. Had the gym all to myself. Then I had a deep dish pizza all to myself. And then last night, a Saturday evening walk in my neighborhood, observing a glorious sunset. So again, just these little moments, even as I reflect back on them that happened days ago, I'm instantly flooded with those memories and those reminders, and it's like feeling the steadfast love of God that never stops, feeling that all over again. So I ask you guys to try this. Get a pad of Post-it notes, write down those examples, and then when you're done, when you filled it up, stick them on the fridge, take them to work, put them on your desk, put them on your cubicle, and let them be a constant reminder that God's love indeed never comes to an end. Amen.